Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Right, I just need to go live on Facebook as well. Let's hit that live button. And hooray, I think I'm live. So good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sophie Nicole Casey, and today I'm going to be speaking to you guys about the 4 key ingredients to having passive and semi-passive income. So let me just double check that everything is working as it should do. And if you're watching on the replay, please do give me a hashtag replay. And also, if you are watching a replay, let me know where you're based, like what your time zone is, because I'm always trying to work out the best time to do these. As some of you know, I'm in a bit of an awkward time of the world. I'm in Thailand, which means I'm pretty much 12 hours ahead of the US, which always makes it difficult. So Australia are like my buddies, I guess. And then obviously it's the middle of the night right here for England. Okay, awesome. So it looks like I'm live. I'm just gonna share my screen right now. Okay, awesome. So the 4 key ingredients to having passive and semi-passive income. So just to be clear, when I talk about passive income, I'm not talking about MLM. I'm not talking about investing, crypto. Is it utility warehouse? A lot of people do. I'm not talking about any of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about for coaches and course creators or mentors, healers, teachers, gurus, all these kind of things that we like to class ourselves as, because I know not a lot of people are really like feeling love for the word coach right now, because there's been some kind of like bad connotation put around it. So however you like to consider yourself and class yourself, this is what I'm talking about. So hang on, I'm going between 3 screens, so you have to bear with me. So yeah, so if that is you, please keep watching, and I do have something amazing for you at the end. Okay, bear with me just a second here. I've just got extra windows here that really shouldn't be open. So if you are watching live, please do give me a hashtag live, and hopefully your comments will work, because I'm going live from StreamYard and Facebook Studio at the same time. So the comments are kind of like in different places, and I'm going to keep going. So let me know in the questions, do you currently have any passive or passive income streams right now? And again, I'm not talking about from your investing or anything like that. I'm talking about from a business point of view. So basically from automation and funnels. Obviously, passive income streams can be things like being an affiliate and so on. But right now, I'm specifically talking about in a coaching business, things that you can sell on autopilot without actually having to work extra for to get the sale and or to deliver the service or info, product, whatever it is that you're doing. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear that from you. And basically, I'm going to go straight into it right now. So there are 4 ingredients that you need. And I'm going to go through these in more detail. But as you can see on the picture there, they are offer, proof, strategy, and systems. So those of you who have watched some trainings by me before, you'll have seen something similar, but this is actually brand new. I'm like, coming to this from a different angle. So you haven't seen this before. And yeah, so first of all, offer. So there's some things you need to know about your offer. So first of all, it needs to be scalable. It needs to be irresistible, and you need to be clear on the price point. So I'm just gonna, oops. I'm in the wrong screen again. Okay, so when I talk about it being scalable, I mean not swapping your time for money. So, if all you're doing is one-to-one work, then this isn't going to really work for you, because you can only take on so many clients at one time, and the same as when you're doing group programs and stuff, and when they're done in cohorts, it's the same, because you have to do a launch every few months. You can't make money all year round. People need to be able to invest any time of the year, which is basically called an evergreen setup. And that is like the thing that I teach the most. It has to be irresistible. Well, I actually did a training on this fairly recently in the Women Helping Women group. So if you're watching from there, you can just search my name and find it. But obviously, you just need to know what your audience actually want and need. And you have to add things in there to like push it, tip it over the edge to make something absolutely irresistible, basically. But I do recommend going over to that training. And if you're watching from somewhere else, let me know and I can actually send you that training as well. And then also you need to be clear on the price point for your offer, because depending on what you're valuing it at, it might not actually be possible to do this on a passive or semi-passive level, you know. So for passive, it needs, for like completely passive, it needs to be, well, it needs to be lower than like 2,000 for a start. But obviously like lower ticket stuff can, you know, you can sell straight from cold without even having to see anyone or talk to anyone or do anything. Up to $2,000, you may need to jump on calls to push, you know, to push your audience and like, you know, reassure them and nurture them like face to face on a call and stuff. And then obviously for anything that's like higher than that, you will need a call or at least a conversation in the DMs. So if you want something that's going to be completely like passive or like semi-passive, then you need to get clear on your price point. You need to know what your ICA are willing to actually pay, and all that kind of jazz. So let me know in the comments if you have an offer that ticks those boxes. And I'm just going to quickly jump back for comments with all my many screens and windows. Okay, I've got 2 people watching. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, where are my comments? Facebook. We do this every time. Hang on a sec. Here we go. Tanya's watching live. Hey, Tanya, thanks for joining, lovely. And I can't see who else is watching live, but thank you so much for joining. And I really hope this training benefits you. So do let me know. Do you have an offer that ticks those boxes right now? I would love to hear that. And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna move on. I really need to get a 3rd screen, I think, because this is just confusing every week. Okay, so the part number 2 of these ingredients are proof. So what I'm talking about here, certifications, qualifications, depending on what you do. You know, if you're a coach or a healer, people like to know that you're actually certified. It's quite important to a lot of people. But most coaches don't actually do that. Like, for example, I don't know, there's who is it? There's like a really, really famous coach who's like a multi-billionaire and he's not even got a certification. Do you know what I mean? So it's not all about that. If you haven't got qualifications, certifications, you know, you must have results. You may have actually done your system on yourself. So you can be your results. And obviously client results are best. And obviously testimonials, video testimonials are preferred because they're like real humans. Like anyone can like type up a little review somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Just to add to that, so this also kind of implies, you know, that you need to actually sold the thing that you're trying to make passive before. If you haven't, it is possible, but you do need proof. You know, you do need proof about yourself. You know, if you haven't actually got proof for this specific thing that you're selling, then it can be about you. So, you know, like a personal testimonial, people that have worked with you on something else, and they can actually, you know, give you a testimonial for how you are, how you work, how you behave, you know, your skills and so on. So again, let me know in the comments if you've got any proof you can use, because really, like, you need to be, these 4 things that I'm going into, you need to be asking yourself this question and saying, you know, have I got this? Have I got this? And the things where you're like, no, then that's what you need to focus on first. You know what I mean? And the order I'm doing this in is the order you need to do it in as well. So first, you know, make sure you are clear on what your offer is going to be. Second, make sure you have got proof. Sorry, my little keyboard thing's just fallen off and it's got in the way of my keyboard. So let me just double check again. Just see if anyone has. Tanya saying yes, awesome. So you've got proof that you could use. And going back to that first question, Tanya, what is your, like, what is the offer that you would do this about? Like, what kind of offer is it? Like, you know, what kind of price point is it? What is it? I'd love to hear that from you. And I'll just quickly double check the other place. Yeah, all good. Okay, so number 3, strategy. So this is obviously where it gets a little bit more in depth. But you need to think about, how are you going to make, you know, how are you going to make it happen? How are you going to make it passive? You know, what kind of funnel are you going to use? And this might be like, whoa, hang on, why are you suddenly talking about funnels? But the simple fact is, it is a funnel. Like, a lot of people actually don't realize they've got a funnel already, but your business is a funnel. Whether it's you sending out messages to loads of people and then nurturing the people that actually replied to you and it all happens in the DMs, that is still a funnel. because what you're doing is you're pulling people into a conversation, and that conversation is the funnel. But the funnels that I talk about are ones where people actually enter your world to something that's, you know, static, that's something that's there, that's evergreen, that's all year round. Something, it can be something like a freebie, like a free guide or something. It could be like a masterclass, a high value masterclass, you know, and then you nurture them from that. But it all happens behind the scenes. Like your systems do it for you basically, which is point 4 in that, you know, in my little wheel that I showed you earlier. So think about what kind of funnel you can use. And I've done trainings on this actually as well in the Women Help Women group. And I think they're available on my YouTube as well. So if you want to see those, just let me know. And I can share you links, because there's quite a basic formula to figure out which funnel is right for you. And I've shared it so many times. It's like, just search my name and you'll find it. But you need to figure out what's going to be best for you based on the type of offer that we've just spoken about, that price point we spoke about, the audience, you know, what are they going to respond to more? For example, if your audience they're busy mums and business owners, they're not going to sit down and watch a 3-hour masterclass, mate. They're just not. There's no time for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm one of these people. So you need to be able to deliver something that's actually right for your ICA. And then, you know, just think about obviously your lead gen. So how are you going to drive high quality traffic to your offer? So again, is it going to be a lead magnet funnel, or is it going to be, you know, a high value training and so on? So you need to just work out what strategy is going to be right for you based on your circumstances. Screen strike again. Okay. So yeah, so let me know in the comments if you've got an idea about what this is going to be. What is your strategy going to be? You can just do it. You can write short. You can write like LM for lead magnet, you know. You can write like masterclass or webinar or something, you know. Just think about what it's going to be. Other options are, you know, like short free courses. You could use a free course as a funnel. You could use case studies. You could like set up like a case study and do like application funnels and all that kind of stuff. There's loads of different things you can do, but just have a think about it and get clear, and like let me know. Like even if you're watching on replay too, like if you're not sure about any of this, just comment and ask, and I'll be happy to help you. And then the final part, number 4, is the systems. So the systems are the things that actually make it passive or semi-passive. So without your systems, it's just going to be a manual mess. You know, you're just going to have lists everywhere and notes everywhere and spreadsheets of names to follow up with. And that is not how we like to work, because when you have to think about that many different things, your head is spread too thin. Your brain is like, you can't deliver the best coaching or the best service, you know, if you're constantly just like, oh, where's this, where's that, where's this people now? So you need systems, and your systems should attract the right people to you, you know. And this is where like the training or lead magnet or something comes in, because they're going to give you, like, for example, their email address in exchange for the thing that you offer. But then your systems then need to nurture them to build that know, like, and trust factor. Your systems then need to actually share something with them, you know. What steps do you want them to take, you know, so that they can convert, whether it's converting to, you know, watch this high value training or jump onto a call with you, do whatever it is, or, you know, actually purchase your $2,000 course. You know, your systems can do that for you, you know, together with these other things I've spoken about. And then when it is new clients that you're getting, your systems need to onboard them. You don't want to be scrapping around like creating stuff and making, I don't know, writing emails and sending login details and like creating, if you have like a 12-step program or something, you don't want to be like manually creating this thing for your clients every time. You need your systems to do this for you. And then optimize. I've added that in at the end because it's so important. But your systems can't really optimize for you, but you should have a system in place so that you can optimize. And what I mean by that is you need to know how stuff is working. You need to find the weakest links of your, what's that expression? Like a chain is only as strong as the weakest link. Like, yeah, your funnel is only as strong as the weakest link as well. So you need to see which bits are poorly performing, and then you need to improve them. And you do things like testing, making little changes and testing version A against version B. And this is called A/B testing. And there's lots of other things you can do, but you need a system in place so that you can find those results, so you can see how it's working, and so that you can actually pinpoint what needs to be improved and make a strategy around how you're going to actually optimize it. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does. Just say following or like confused, lost, whatever, if you're not. And I can explain that a little bit better. But basically it all starts with the lead generation from a systems and tech point of view. It all starts with lead gen, because unless you're actually bringing people into your world, like your empire, then you're not going to have a way to actually nurture them and do this stuff. You know, like if people join your group, they're still owned by Facebook. You don't own them. If your account gets hacked, you've lost your group. You've lost, I don't know, you might have a group of 2,000 people. You've lost them. You need to have systems that you own. Then your systems need to nurture them and so on. So it's really, really, oops, I've done it again on the wrong screen. So that's really, really important. Okay, let's have a look. Right. So Mary Stevens, hey, lovely, thank you for joining us, is saying following. Awesome, I'm glad. Let me know, Mary, what's your what would your system be like that you would create, you know, turn into like a passive or semi-passive kind of funnel out of? I'd love to hear that. And Tanya is saying very true. Yes, thank you, lovely. Okay, so hang on, I'm getting confused my screens again. Yeah, so let me know if you're watching live or if you're watching on replay, like, do you have a lead magnet funnel? Because that is basically, you know, if you've got nothing, that's where it can start. And what you can do with a lead magnet funnel, you know, people sign up, you send them a few emails that allow them to know, like, and trust you, you provide them with some value, and then you can invite them to take a next step. You don't need to have all your systems ready for all the other stuff, for all like the low, mid, and high ticket stuff. Eventually you do want that, and that's what I call an evergreen empire, because it's like your whole empire and it all leads into each other beautifully. You know, you can upsell, downsell without having to do anything. But at the beginning, just having a lead magnet funnel will allow you to attract the right people into your world so that they can get to know you a bit more. And then you can just invite them to take a next step. Even if that next step is just join my group for now, at least you've got them in your world. And then when you're ready for them to take another step, like when you've built your course, if you haven't got one already, or when you've built your next funnel, you know, like a masterclass funnel and so on, you know, they'll be there ready. And as long as you've, sorry, I'm a bit sniffly at the moment. And as long as you've nurtured them, then they're going to remember who you are. So let me just have a look, see if you ladies, have you got lead magnet funnels? Let me know in the comments. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, and so this is what I'm actually going to be, this is what I'm actually offering you ladies. So this is limited, it's trial. It's like, think of it like a case study. I don't know if I'm truly mad doing it, but I am actually offering a number of ladies free, done for you lead magnet funnels. And what I've done is I've created a little 13-minute video. It's just hosted on a landing page somewhere. And underneath it, there's a button where once you've watched the video, if you think, yes, this is for me, then you can apply there. And it's the buttons go to Messenger and Instagram. But it's not me, it's my bot that will actually be talking to you. And then my bot will figure out if we're a good fit or not. And if you are, then your application will be accepted automatically, because that's how I roll, obviously. So give me a yes if you want that, if you want to know more about that. And I've actually created a couple of QR codes for you guys, so that if you're watching either now or on replay, you can either screenshot this now or scan it now, or pause it if you're watching on replay and do this. So this one, hang on, this one here, so you can apply on Instagram if you're on Instagram, or on Messenger if you prefer Messenger, whatever's easiest for you. They are identical. And if you're not, but you want to kind of like join my free community where you can find loads of other stuff, like loads of training, stuff like how to build a lead magnet funnel on a bot, for example. There's loads of trainings like that in there, absolutely tons of them. You can just join my group if you don't want a lead magnet funnel, and then you'll be there the next time I have something amazing like this to offer you. So, oh, hang on. Screens again. I keep trying to, oh, I get so confused with them. Okay, so Tanya's saying, how cool is that? Yes, thank you, my lovely. I'm very, very excited. So yeah, I'm not sure if it works, but I did actually set it up so that a link would show somewhere around this video, but I've never actually seen it work before. But hopefully there is a link around this video somewhere that you can do, but otherwise I'll comment it after the live so that you can check out the video. You don't need to be, oops, have I lost you? Seems a little bit frozen. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I think I'm back. Yeah. So just let me know. You don't sign up or anything to watch the video. You just go to a landing page, watch the video, and then if it looks awesome, which I know it is, then you can apply. I think I'm gonna accept in the first round just the first like 5 people that are actually accepted, and then we'll see how it works in terms of because this is brand new. And then after that, providing everything goes to plan, I may roll it out again at a later stage. But at this stage, it is very limited. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions at all, either about the training or about the free funnel or anything else. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching today. Let's just remove that. Yay, there we are. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me today. Yeah, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon. Okay, you're more than welcome, Mary. Hey, Karen, thanks for joining. Lovely. I'm just hopping off now, but do watch the replay. And yeah, any questions, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, much love.